Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Easy English Conversations.
Hello, everyone. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Mark, before we start today's topic, I have a question for you.
Sure. What's the question?
Have you ever completely misunderstood someone while speaking English?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I still remember one of the most embarrassing misunderstandings I ever had.
Really? Now I'm curious. Tell us what happened.
Well, I was visiting a friend in the United States. One morning, he looked at me and said, "Help yourself."
That's a very common expression.
I know that now, but at the time, I had never heard it before.
So what did you do?
I thought he meant I should solve my own problems without asking for help.
That's not what he meant at all.
Exactly. He was actually inviting me to take some food from the table.
That's such a common misunderstanding.
And that's the funny thing about English. Sometimes every word is simple, but the meaning is completely different.
That's true. English learners often understand the words individually, but miss the real meaning of the expression.
Have you ever had a misunderstanding like that?
Many times. One day, a coworker said, "I'll be there in a minute."
Sounds normal.
Well, I waited exactly 1 minute.
Let me guess. They didn't arrive.
Not even close. They arrived about 20 minutes later.
Welcome to English.
I was confused because I thought "in a minute" meant exactly 60 seconds.
But native speakers often use it to mean soon rather than exactly 1 minute.
That's when I realized learning vocabulary isn't enough.
Exactly. You also need to understand culture, expressions, humor, and everyday speech.
Another misunderstanding happened when someone asked me, "Can I give you a hand?"
Oh no.
I looked at my hands and thought, why would they give me their hand?
That's a classic English idiom.
Yes, later I learned it simply means, "Can I help you?"
English is full of phrases like that.
And those phrases can be very confusing for beginners.
Sometimes even advanced learners misunderstand native speakers.
That's true. Native speakers often talk quickly, use slang, shorten words, and use expressions that aren't taught in textbooks.
For example, if someone says, "I'm broke," they don't mean they're physically broken.
Right, they mean they don't have any money.
Or when someone says, "hang on."
They don't mean you should hang from something.
Exactly. They simply mean, "wait a moment."
I think every English learner has experienced at least one misunderstanding.
Probably hundreds.
The good news is that misunderstandings are not failures.
That's right. They're actually part of the learning process.
Every misunderstanding teaches you something new about the language.
And the best learners are usually the ones who aren't afraid to make mistakes.
That's an important message for everyone listening today.
If you've ever felt embarrassed because you misunderstood someone in English, you're not alone.
Millions of English learners around the world have experienced the exact same thing.
Even native speakers misunderstand each other sometimes.
That's true. Communication can be tricky in any language.
Today's episode is all about real-life misunderstandings in English.
We'll talk about funny mistakes, confusing phrases, common idioms, and everyday situations that often cause confusion.
You'll hear examples from restaurants, workplaces, schools, airports, shopping centers, and daily conversations.
We'll explain what people said, what they actually meant, and why learners often misunderstand those expressions.
You'll also learn useful vocabulary and natural English phrases that native speakers use every day.
By the end of this episode, you'll understand English conversations much better.
And hopefully, you'll avoid some of the misunderstandings that many learners experience.
Most importantly, you'll discover that making mistakes is completely normal.
In fact, some of the funniest stories come from misunderstandings.
That's very true.
So whether you're listening at home, on the bus, in your car, at work, or while taking a walk,
Thank you for spending your time learning English with us.
grab a cup of coffee, relax, and enjoy today's conversation.
Get ready to learn, laugh, and improve your English.
Let's explore the world of real-life misunderstandings together.
Here we go.
Welcome to Real-Life Misunderstandings in English.
Let's start with a simple question. Lily, why do misunderstandings happen so often in English? That's a great question. I think one reason is that English has many expressions that don't mean exactly what the words say.
I agree. If someone learns English from textbooks, they might understand grammar and vocabulary, but real-life conversations can still be surprising.
Exactly. Native speakers use idioms, slang, phrasal verbs, jokes, and cultural references all the time.
And sometimes they speak very quickly.
That's true. Have you ever listened to a native speaker and thought, wait, what did they just say?
More times than I can count.
Me too. Sometimes I understood every word, but I still didn't understand the meaning.
That's one of the biggest challenges for English learners.
But don't worry. Today, we're going to share some real-life misunderstandings that happen every day.
Some of them are funny,
Some are embarrassing.
and some can leave you completely confused.
Let's begin with our first story. Misunderstanding number 1. What's up?
One of the most common misunderstandings happens with the phrase, "What's up?"
That's right. A beginner might think someone is asking about something above their head.
Maybe the sky, a bird, or an airplane.
But that's not what it means.
Native speakers usually use "What's up?" as an informal greeting.
It's similar to saying, "How are you?" or "What's going on?"
I remember meeting an English learner who immediately looked at the ceiling when I said, "What's up?"
That's adorable.
I had to explain that I wasn't asking him to look up.
English can be funny sometimes.
So if someone says, "What's up?" you can answer,
Not much.
"Nothing much,"
I'm doing well.
or simply, "Hey."
That's an easy one to remember.
But we have many more misunderstandings coming up.
And trust me, they get even funnier.
Misunderstanding number 2. I'm broke.
Our next misunderstanding is very common.
Someone says, I'm broke.
A beginner might think something is physically broken.
Maybe a phone, a chair, or a computer.
But "I'm broke" actually means I don't have any money.
Imagine your friend asks, do you want to go shopping?
And you reply, "Sorry, I'm broke."
You're saying you can't afford it right now. Misunderstanding number 3. Hang on.
Have you ever heard someone say, "Hang on"?
Yes. When I first heard it, I imagined someone hanging from a tree branch.
That's a funny image.
But native speakers simply mean, wait a moment.
For example,
Hang on, I'll be right back.
they're asking you to wait.
Misunderstanding number 4. Break a leg. This one surprises almost everyone.
Imagine you're about to give a presentation.
Your friend smiles and says, break a leg.
You might think they're being mean.
But they're actually wishing you good luck.
It's a famous English expression used before performances, speeches, and shows. Misunderstanding number 5. Take a rain check.
A coworker once asked me to have lunch.
What happened?
I couldn't go, and he said, let's take a rain check.
Did you think it was about the weather?
Exactly.
But it means let's do it another time.
Nothing to do with rain at all.
Misunderstanding number 6. Hit the road.
If someone says it's time to hit the road, what do they mean?
They're not punching the street.
That's right.
They simply mean it's time to leave or start a journey.
Native speakers use this phrase all the time. Misunderstanding number 7. Restaurant confusion.
Let's talk about restaurants.
Great idea.
A waiter might ask, "Are you ready to order?"
Some learners understand ready, but not order.
Or they may think the waiter is rushing them.
The waiter is simply asking if you're ready to choose your food.
That's all.
Misunderstanding number 8. For here or to go. This question confuses many visitors.
Especially at coffee shops and fast food restaurants.
The employee asks, for here or to go.
A beginner may not understand.
For here means you'll eat at the restaurant.
To go means you'll take the food with you.
Misunderstanding number 9. Small talk. Here's a cultural misunderstanding.
Someone says, "How are you?"
Many learners start explaining their entire life story.
5 minutes later, they're still talking.
In many situations, how are you is simply a greeting,
A short answer is usually enough.
such as, good thanks, how about you?
Misunderstanding number 10. Can I get?
At restaurants, Americans often say, can I get a coffee? Some learners think they're asking for permission.
But they're actually placing an order.
It's a very common and polite way to request food or drinks.
Misunderstanding number 11. No problem.
Someone says, "Thank you."
And the other person replies, no problem.
A learner might wonder, what problem?
But it simply means you're welcome.
It's a friendly response. Misunderstanding number 12. See you later.
Here's another one.
A friend says, "See you later."
But you don't actually see them later that day.
That's because it's often just another way to say goodbye.
It doesn't always mean you'll meet again soon. What we learned today.
Wow, we've covered a lot of misunderstandings.
We learned that English isn't only about vocabulary.
It's also about understanding expressions and culture.
The more you listen to real conversations, the easier it becomes.
And remember, misunderstandings happen to everyone.
Even native speakers sometimes misunderstand each other.
The important thing is to keep learning.
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Every mistake is an opportunity to improve.
And that's all for today's episode of Easy English Conversations.
We hope you enjoyed these real-life misunderstandings in English.
Which misunderstanding was your favorite?
Was it what's up, break a leg, or maybe take a rain check?
Let us know in the comments below.
If this episode helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.
Keep practicing your listening, speaking, and shadowing every day.
Remember, fluency doesn't happen overnight.
Small practice every day creates big results.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
We truly appreciate every listener around the world.
Until next time, keep learning
Keep smiling.
and keep speaking English with confidence.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.